Hello, and today in this video, we'll be giving our tips and suggestions on how you can improve your college application for universities and be ready for college. So to begin, we would like to briefly go over the different types of colleges, which are private, universities, public, and junior colleges. There are other types, but these three are the most common. And I would like to focus on private colleges, as private colleges will require you to submit um, a letter of recommendation when you apply to them or when you're admitted. And letters of recommendation are letters written by teachers, counselors, or other school staff. And in these letters, the recommender or teacher you ask will typically talk about you as a student and tell the college why you stand out or why they think you should be admitted to the college. Some private universities will ask for your letters and some may not, but it's always best if you ask anyways. However, asking a teacher for a letter of recommendation isn't always that easy, as other students will ask them too. So be sure to participate in class, um, ask questions, and show teachers that you actually care about their class and academics. Our tip for any student is to ask a teacher or teachers you know that know you best, and make sure to ask them a month or two in advance for the letter, just so you do not inconvenience them. It also helps if the teacher is someone who teaches a subject that relates to your major. And now we will address extracurricular activities. There's not one extracurricular activity that will give you a considerable edge compared to your peers, but you should, of course, do what you want to do and not just pick extracurriculars that you think will give you a better shot at college admissions, but hate the activity. However, that being said, it is important that you do demonstrate commitment throughout your activities. And if you join a club one year, we advise you to continue that club as it shows your commitment and dedication to the activity. So for example, if you played a sport freshman year, it'll be much more impressive or much more impressive to colleges if you continue with that same sport throughout your high school career, and shows your dedication, not just quitting a sport or doing it for an extracurricular. And let's see, colleges will also like when you demonstrate leadership in those activities, such as the captain of a soccer team or Spanish club. But however, you don't necessarily need to be the president of the club or president or any other position. You can still demonstrate leadership by your actions in the club, even as a member, or how you helped other members excel. Universities will like this as it can show your ability as a leader, no matter what position you're placed in. Another example of extracurricular is internships. Um, these are really great because they can show colleges that you have gained experience in your chosen field, and it shows your commitment to that specific field. So, for example, a student who wants to study medicine may have interned at a hospital. This can help show colleges that the student is working hard and that they're pursuing their line of study. And as a bonus, you may even get paid.
Next, we would like to talk about how you can boost your college resume during quarantine. Many students during the 2021 school year have suffered from distance learning and can no longer participate in sports or join the clubs they used to. However, if a time like this ever comes again, you can also take advantage of this extra time by learning new skills or improving on an existing skill. You can take an academic course through Coursera or edX, learn to dance, learn more about careers you may be interested in virtually, and with virtual interviews. A good way to boost your college application during quarantine is through community service. These activities can include cleaning up your neighborhood, donating food, or even teaching an older person how to use technology or just spending time with them. You can also become a pen pal with an older person. These activities show your activism and participation in your community, which colleges like to see. This can also count towards your community service hours, which college is also highly considered in the application. More examples are tutoring online through Quarren Tutors or School on Wheels, teaching children English from around the world, or helping a small business build a social media presence.
Next, we would like to talk about GPA and class rigor. A student's transcript is one of the most important parts that influences an admission officer's decision of accepting or rejecting a student. It is important to know that simply having a good GPA is not always the best option in creating a good college application. If your school has AP, honors, or IB courses, but you avoid those classes in order to maintain an easy and good GPA, colleges will know that you have not taken the most rigorous courses provided at your school and consider that during their application process. Likewise, they will take a look at your classes planned for senior year as applications will be submitted before senior year grades, and therefore they look at the rigor of the class to determine if you are serious about your education and ready for college. However, you do not need to take honor classes for every single subject. Simply choosing a few can be very good in improving your application and demonstrating your ability to accept challenges. It is also considered that colleges love to see that you have challenged yourself through the hardest classes and have lower grades than straight A's in the easiest classes. Therefore, if you receive a B or even a C in a difficult honors class, it may be better than having an A in an easier class. Also, colleges like to see improvement throughout your high school years. For example, if you get a B in a subject one semester but receive an A the next semester, colleges will like to see that improvement as it demonstrates you are working hard to improve yourself.
Next, we will talk about essays. Essays are said by many students to be the most important part of the application, even over grades. It's the one place where you can differentiate yourself from others who have similar grades and SAT scores and even give you the edge over other students who have better stats than you. It is important to be true to who you are and tell a story, but also show improvement and learning experiences that you have gained over your life. For the students who otherwise presents an outstanding profile with a high GPA, competitive test scores, and stellar extracurricular activities, the essay may have a smaller impact on your overall application because you have already demonstrated your ability to succeed. If you are a borderline candidate with good but less competitive grades and test scores, a strong essay could push you into the admitted pool. Having essays that relate to your intended major is a very good way to demonstrate your interest and be a talking point for one of your essays. But just because essays are important, that does not mean you can blow off the importance of grades and extracurriculars. Remember that admission officers read dozens of essays each day. Therefore, you need to make sure to plan ahead of time and write down possible topics, stories, and experiences that you have throughout your life that can be talking point for your essays. You want to stand out compared to other students, so writing an interesting hook can be very important as well, so the officers get interested in reading your essay. So be original, but stay on topic. Different universities also value different kinds of students. For example, some colleges may like creative students and others more community-oriented students. Or even some universities favor those who have a strong religious faith. Depending on the university, you should consider this and show admission officers how you would fit in at their school through your life stories. However, making jokes or trying to be humorous as your hook for the admission officers may be difficult or just wrong, as they may not share the same humor as you and may not understand the joke. So it is best to steer away from making jokes unless you are sure it will work in your essay.
Now let's talk about college credits and how AP and IB exams can help. AP exams are scored from 1 to 5, and depending on what you score when taking the exam, you can receive college credits and get to take less classes than other people. More than half of the US colleges give credit on scores higher than a 3, while others may give a score that is 3 or above. IB, ex- IB exams work the same way, where you can take up to 6 exams, each scored from 1 to 7. However, your scores are all totaled, and if they don't add up to over 30, you can if they add up to over 30, I'm sorry, you can get college credits. The higher the score, the better, but only certain colleges take these credits, primarily the UCs and some private colleges. When it is your time to begin the college application, make sure to check out our other videos where we'll give a tutorial on how to fill out the CSU, UC, and Common Application. Thank you.